Hey guys, KingBar060. I'm back with another video. So you guys can see here, or at least in the title and thumbnail, you can see this is Shinobu Fanart. Shinobu was one of the options in my poll, and she won by quite a few votes. She had 10 votes, and I got 38 people to vote. She had 10 votes, and I think second and third were tied. Actually, no. Well, no, yeah. Second and third were tied with 6. So she was 4 votes ahead of second place. And I made another poll at the time of this video. I think I would have already decided on the character based off the poll results at yeah basically I might have another poll in the description for a tiebreaker, because at one point there was a tie between 2 different characters. By the way, most of the characters in the poll are the characters that didn't get voted for. So currently, at the time of making this video, or at least the last time I checked the poll at the time of making this video, there was a tie between Habana from Fire Force, not Rainbow Six Siege for those of you who play Rainbow, and Mountain Lady from My Hero Academia. There was a tie between the two of them. So if I do have to do a tiebreaker, I will leave the poll in the description, because I'll probably have it for, like, I don't know. I'll do the results after the poll's been up for 4 hours, I think. So yeah. So basically, I'll do the top vote. So basically, at the time this video is going to come out after the due date for the poll, because the poll's due date's going to be April. Tomorrow is the 20th at 1 p.m. So once that time comes, I'm going to be drawing the top voted once that time comes. So yeah. I apologize if any of you guys wanted to participate in the poll. However, if you want to participate in future drawing polls, animation polls, any other type of poll I do, you're going to need to join my Discord server. So if I announce one, you can actually participate. Because if you exclusively watch my YouTube videos, for those of you who are subscribed or just come across, then you're not going to be able to participate. You're not going to be able to participate in anything that's going on. And speaking of my server, I do want to mention that I added some bots to the server, a couple bots. Oh, there's one I'm going to hopefully add by the time I make this video, called Duck Hunt. Basically, I'm gonna have a chat specifically for the bot, and essentially it's every now and then a duck will show up, and then you just come to the chat, try to shoot the duck, level up. It doesn't take up much time, and it's quite fun. And then sorry about that. Another thing I'm going to be doing is I have an Uno bot on my server. So those of you guys who join my server, since I have plenty of free time, if you guys ping me and just ask me if I want to play some Uno, you can play some Uno. I might make custom roles for people who either play a bunch of Uno or win a bunch of Uno, draw a bunch of cards, things like that. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to join the server. But back to the drawing. So for this one, honestly, so I did a slightly different body type. Reason being because Shinobu, for those of you who watch Demon Slayer, at least she looks like a child. Like, her body looks like a child. I would assume she's like the same age as Tanjiro, which I think Tanjiro, like, after the training, he's like 15, 16. I don't know how long he trains for. I think he trains for 1 or 2 years before he goes to the final exam thing. I forget what it's called. The final coming, or final selection. Final selection, that's what it's called. Before that, I think he trains for 1 or 2 years with 2 of the previous students. To the one guy, I forget his name, who were actually dead, and somehow, never mind with that. But yeah, I drew her. I enjoyed it. I mean, 2 things were pain. Actually, doing the line art for the jacket, which not the jacket, the kimono, was a pain. And doing the coloring was kind of a pain with the green and the pink and having to try to blend that. Well, I kind of used blur and then airbrush to kind of blend it in, and it's not perfect. You guys will see that coming up. And then drawing Shinobu's hair was a challenge a little bit. I tried to do with the eyes. I because I'm trying to do it in my style, but also um, make sure it looks like the character themselves. So that's I did big eyes on purpose because when I looked at the reference you guys see up on the screen, I basically used that one reference the entire time. I do bring up another reference. That's just so I can get the color for the blade of the sword. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened there. So if the eyes look too big, I might have exaggerated the eyes for the sake of how I interpreted the look of Shinobu Kochu. So yeah, I kind of played around a little bit, and so obviously for the next video is going to be either Mountain Lady or Habana from the looks of it, unless more people vote and they completely change the results of the vote. If you guys have any suggestions for characters for the next poll, because I think I'm just going to do a poll for every single video, so that way, I don't know. I don't get the artist. I guess the artist block because you guys can be giving me characters from series I've never seen, therefore giving me characters I've never seen. Because sometimes I'll have an artist block and I won't have something I want to draw. If you guys are in my Discord server, you may or may not know this, but I've been writing the chapter summaries to my future manga, Power Surge. I had a better name in my mind. I completely forgot it. I will completely change the name once that time comes, but for now it's called Power Surge. The summary for the first 3 chapters are done, and they're like so far. There's 5 characters, 5 named characters in there. Any other person, well, there any other person, like the principal, which if you guys read chapter 1, you'll know about that. It's pretty much irrelevant. So I'm going to be writing the first 10 chapters and the summaries, and then I'm going to write a script going off of the summaries because writing the script will be easier if I know what I want to happen in each chapter. And then I'm going to create reference sheets for every named character, every relevant character within those 10 chapters who will show up on a multitude of occasions within the story. And then I can get into actually storyboarding how each chapter will look, and then go into actually creating the art and then coloring it. It's going to be a really long process. It's probably going to be along with the regular fan arts I'm doing for the channel, along with the animations I'm going to be doing, which I may or may not feature some in this video. If I don't feature any of the animations I made in this video, I will do that in the next video. The short practice animations I've made, since most of the animations I make, I put sound effects in anyway. If I feature any without sound effects, it's because there's like one where I didn't put a single sound effect. So I don't know why I just like putting sound effects. Even all I'm going to do is export it as a GIF file, which means you won't hear any of the sound. So there's that going for the cut, guys, and we are back. So I went to sleep. This is a few hours after the time I started recording this. So just to update you guys on the poll, which will be done by now. Habana and Mount Lady are tied with 4 votes out of the 18 people who have voted. So more likely than not, if you look in the description, there will be a poll in the description, and it will just be between Havana and Mount Lady to just break the tie, and I will draw the top vote, the one who's voted top by at 5 once. Wait, there's a better way for me to explain that. I will draw the top voted at 5 p.m. So whichever one is the top at 5 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time, will be the one I draw. So, yeah. If there is one in the description, that's going to be how long you guys have, which at the time of this video, which this video will probably be released at 3 p.m., that will be 2 hours for you guys. As for if you're in my Discord server, that will be 4 hours. It doesn't really matter if you guys watch the videos as soon as it comes out. As soon as they come out, which I don't know whether or not you guys do, then 2 hours, 4 hours doesn't really make a difference. So there we go. If you guys want to put your input, then go ahead. Like I said before, make sure to put any suggestions you have in the comments, because after this poll for the next one, I'm going to do a new batch for the poll. What I mean is I'm not gonna do the characters that lost. I'm just simply gonna do a new set of characters. They can still be from the same series as this poll, but they'll just be a different set of characters in general. So keep that in mind. Any suggestions you have in the comments, let me know. Make sure when you make the suggestions that they're not in either of the two polls. So Shinobu won the first one, and then just keep in mind who's in this one. So anyway, let's get back to the drawing. I think I already said this, but the jacket was a pain. Just to do the line art for it, because of the kind of patterns it has. Doing the line art for it was a pain. Coloring it was kind of a pain because I had to blend the green and pink and white. It's a cool jacket, but just blending that was a little bit, because with the blur, it does take out some of the colors, so I have to use like the airbrush to get some of the color back in and blend it, so it's not perfect. So yeah, I did enjoy this, or at least once I finished the liner completely, because drawing the clothing was kind of a pain in general, trying to figure out how the Komodo would sit over the everything else. Drawing the actual face. I might have made the eyes too big. I might have not. That just depends on, I guess that's just an interpretation, I guess. I could have just exaggerated the character. And that's where I'm gonna leave it on. I'm going to have this up on my Twitter. Probably, before I make the video, this is going to be up on Twitter, so you guys should follow my Twitter if you want to see my art early. Check Twitter or Discord. Twitter, I'm only going to post the final results of a drawing, and then for Discord, you can see the work in progress. If you go to my Discord, you go to the Team Water 06 art section. You can also see any animations I made in the animation section. Any animations I make go to that channel. You can also read the chapters of my manga series. I have a channel for that. I also have a channel for suggestions. And then I have a couple of custom commands. With Dino, there's a coin flip and a dice roll. So for any random reason, if you want to use that, that's fine. If you guys remember, I had a table that I used for the animation video, the male and female. So I might make a drawing ideas channel and put those tables in. You guys can use the dice roll to randomly determine who you're going to draw. So yeah, if you guys are interested in any of that, let me know in the comment section down below. Or comment anything in general, honestly, because a lot of the times you guys don't really comment, I would appreciate some kind of interaction. I'm not trying to force it, but it would just be appreciated if you had some kind of interaction, whether it's on my channel or on my Discord server. So, yeah. For, I think that's really about it. Tan versus brown. I'm still working on that. Well, I'm more working on my animation skills in general. I'm trying to improve those, and then I'm gonna go back into the tan versus brown. So I'm only 30 seconds into that. It's gonna be at least a 2.5 minute fight, just like the last one. So I don't know when it's gonna come out. Realistically, it might be out late May. It might be out mid June. Well, it depends on what really goes on. So we'll see what happens, and yeah, that's really all I need to talk about in this video. I'll talk more in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and like I said, any suggestions you have, either leave them down in the comments, tweet me, or my Discord server. So I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of this. There's only about 20 seconds left. So deuces.